As you grow older, you start questioning the meaning and purpose of your life. If you're someone who has done that at any point in your life, this video will help you out on your journey towards finding that answer. I'll be sharing some really personal experiences from my life, experiences that have helped me find my own meaning and purpose to life. If you are 25, you just finished 30% of your life. And if you put it in percentages, it feels like a lot, right? And today, July 7th, I become 25 too. And today I want to tell you the story of how I found meaning and purpose in my life by failing to become a billionaire at 25. Let's start from my childhood. I had a pretty average childhood thanks to having really great parents. And I'm really thankful to my parents. I know you guys are watching this video. Thank you for raising me the way you did. And as I grew older, I became sure about two things in my life. I was starting to become fat and I really like to study. But other than these two things, if you were to go back to me in my childhood and ask me what is life or what was my purpose in life, I would probably not be able to answer you. I would be blank to the thought of having a purpose or a meaning to life, because in childhood you don't think about those stuff. But then as I grew older, I got more confidence. When I was about to graduate high school, I started to change as a person. I got more independence, I made more friends, and I also made more mistakes. And these mistakes helped me learn more about life. But even then, if you went to my life and asked me if I knew what is life, similarly I would be blank. I wouldn't be able to tell you what is life or what was my overall purpose to life. And after that, I started to apply to universities. So during my application to universities, I didn't know what I wanted to study, and I looked at the subjects that were pretty popular during that time. It boiled down to two topics: computer science or business. I ended up picking business, not because I was particularly more interested in it, but that seemed the easy way out. But I still had interest in studying computer science, and that's when I watched 3 documentaries that really changed my life. So since I was interested in computer science and in business too, I watched the documentaries from Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and Elon Musk. Wait, not that Elon Musk, this one. And when I started watching these documentaries, I ended up seeing a pattern among these individuals. I saw that if you studied computer science and you end up making a startup or a business, that equals to you becoming a billionaire. I don't know where I got that from, but since then, since watching these 3 documentaries and looking into their lives, I decided that I want to be like them, be a billionaire by 25. And that's how I thought I finally found the answer to the question of what is life. This was the answer to that question for me at 18-year old. Now, fast forward 5 years onwards, I have graduated university, I now work at a job, and if I look back, have I fulfilled the dream of becoming a billionaire? As you can tell, absolutely not. And I haven't fulfilled the dreams I had as an 18-year-old. But by following that path, I did find my purpose in life. As you can see, even though I didn't end up becoming a billionaire and fulfilling my dreams, I found my true purpose and happiness in life. And the way I did that was finding out how all the activities I did were connected. And connecting the dots is something even Steve Jobs talks about in his very famous commencement speech.
The first story is about connecting the dots. If I had never dropped out, I would have never dropped in on that calligraphy class, and personal computers might not have the wonderful typography that they do. Of course, it was impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in college, but it was very, very clear looking backwards 10 years later.
Here's a small part of me trying to connect the dots in my life. So as I told you, I was interested in computer science and wanted to become a billionaire. So I figured out I should learn programming. So that was the first step that I took. And just because I learned programming, I experimented and made a website for myself, which ended up becoming a blog. And that blog helped me get a job at the social media team of my university. I was studying business, but luckily I got a job at the admissions office. And while doing that part-time job, I experimented with videography because that job helped me learn the skills to make videos. And as a result, I turned into doing YouTube, which led me to minimalism, productivity, mindfulness, and personal wellness. As you can see, there are other dots that I have not talked about. And those are the stuff, if I talk about, the video is gonna be very long. But as you can see, the dots, when you look back and connect them, they start to make sense. I would have never thought that just by making my website, I will end up starting to learn videography, which will help me find a purpose and meaning in my life. And that's something I want you to take out from this video. So when I connected the dots, it was really fascinating for me to find out how those small steps that I took, thinking that I'll become a billionaire or start a business, ended up me becoming a videographer. The path that I took was completely different. So a few years back, my life could have taken different directions based on my decisions. And the decision I took ended up taking me to failure. But when I look back and connect the dots, I can see that those failures actually led me to finding purpose and meaning in my life. So no matter what stage of life you're in, please trust the process and take your time, because I personally believe everything happens for a reason. And that's what has helped me find the meaning and purpose to my life. Nowadays, even though there's both good and bad in my life, I actually feel more fulfilled, happy, and ready to take on life every single morning. And I hope this video can contribute a bit to your journey of finding that answer. But I believe everyone has their own process. So I would love to know in the comments, what is your process to find your meaning and purpose to your life? If you actually have found it, let me know. I'd love to talk in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.
Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. And that will make all the difference.